Mission. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You were Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You were Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know.
The coach take the Lincoln Tunnel through Weehawken, through Secaucus, across the Hackensack River, and you'll arrive, as we have, at MetLife Stadium at East Rutherford, New Jersey. A few minutes ago, the hometown Jets were introduced to this sellout crowd, and it's a roar that could be heard across the river in Manhattan. They're set to go as their Jets will match up with that other team here in the metropolitan area, the New York Giants. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Darnold on first down, escaping the pressure right. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play. He was the leading receiver for the Jets the season ago. Robbie Anderson, 50 catches, over 750 yards, and getting more and more comfortable with Sam Darnold. Now a year plus under their belts collectively. You'd figure that those numbers for Anderson might be trending further north. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
From the 44, Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. The shotgun snap for Darnold. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. There he goes left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. Well, it was 3rd down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And that makes the score 7-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Jets offense ready to go in this battle of New York.
Check tight. Check tight. Check tight. Check ready. Tight. Here we go.
Fresh off the pick six, it's Darnold. He'll buy some time right. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Well, I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick six on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Get him right back in the saddle and say, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Let's go. Check.
He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
After the run, now Darnold to throw. Open man is Anderson. And he's got some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The gain of 19 and picking up the first.
Here we go, start. 47. Check right 47. Stop your whining. Oh, 80. He's crossing. He's checking credit.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
40. Here we go, start. Here we go. Check. Crunch. Red 80. Check 3.
Throwing here on 3rd down. Darnold dancing to his left. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Kareem Martin with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. On 4th down, here's Lachlan Edwards to punt it. Back deep, Golden Tate. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And just a 30-yard punt that time. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. Manning and the Giants come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Running it with the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year a season ago, Saquon Barkley. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Giants strike quickly here for 6 points. Rosas good with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Jets offense ready to go in this battle of New York. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. It's a gain of 4 there and gives them a new set of downs.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Michael Thomas on the stop.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here we go, son. 47, check back 47. You don't know no better. 25.
On second down, it's Bell. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Here we go, son. 27, Mike 27. Man, 80. Outside, guys, outside. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete.
That's where you belong.
Here's Lachlan Edwards now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Now it's Tate. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt. Certainly not what he wanted. And out will come the offense as they take over. The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now they're coming back out. Now they've established this run game. The play-action pass could very well be open.
14-0 to score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
30 base. Watch twit. Watch twit. Get it.
They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. Manning going to hand it off to Barkley. And a very similar result again. The Jets defense once more stopping him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Manning. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. C.J. Mosley, the linebacker, making sure his presence is felt.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. The Jets offense ready to go in this battle of New York. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. First red zone opportunity now for the Jets. They've got a first and goal from the 10-yard line. A first carry for Trenton Cannon. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Trenton Cannon, his second touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Well, that was a quick hitter drive. They had the huge play to get him down near the goal line, and then they run it in. I don't know that the defense ever had a chance to catch their breath.
A lot of the time now, when we see people hit big plays, and each team defines a big play their own way, 10, 15-yard gains. In this case, it was a huge gain. They often want to hurry up and go right away. Keep the momentum going, hit them again, and I think we just saw that there. The second play resulted in pay dirt.
The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
That's something we saw over and over again in Barkley's rookie season. He had 91 catches last year, most ever by a rookie running back, part of a fantastic rookie campaign that saw him go over 2,000 total yards. From the 27, Manning. And he slings one that's incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard, but now it'll be third down. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Working from the gun, Manning. Finding his target, it's Cody Latimer. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 13 yards, good for a giant first down.
Ready? 10 over. Here we go.
A first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Henry Anderson there on the stop. On 2nd and 9, Manning. And his throw here's incomplete.
As a general rule, receivers love the comeback route because it puts them right in the sight lines of the guy throwing the ball. But in this case, the defenders saw it and were able to knock it away.
Hey, Wahoo! Check my 46. Come up the ball. Now.
Throwing is Manning on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
The Jets offense ready to go in this battle of New York. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D lineman, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
Second and goal from inside the 5.
Rush in, rush in, rush in.
Another try for Barkley, and he is in. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Rosas to add the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Jets offense ready to go in this battle in New York. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 31 yards there and a first down. The Jets were 26th in rushing in the NFL last year. That's a big reason they went and signed Bell back on March 13th. And plays like that give them optimism that they can move up the pecking order in the NFL rushing ranks. Kareem Martin up to make the tackle. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
Oh, it's a jet sweep. Here's Davis. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
On third down, here's Bell. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
On first and 10, here's Manning. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. No gain, and it's second down. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Sacked there by Avery Williamson, the linebacker. The Giants going to burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Third and long for the Giants, and Eli following the sack.
Just like that.
And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Check, 47. We don't want this. Under 10. Under 10.
And they will finally get him down up at the 42-yard line. So we've reached halftime with a visiting Giants, I guess you could say, on top of the Jets in this New York rivalry. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. It's a short kick, taken near the 18. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Go! Hey, check Mike 46.
On 2nd and 7, Manning. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. Now after the play, oh man, it's Barkley who appears to be shaken up. He's down. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you. Hey, Charlie. 46 for Mike. 46. I got it. Mike, go. Mike.
From the gun on third down, Manning. It's brought in left side by Tate. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Here's Riley Dixon now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Jets offense ready to go in this battle of New York. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Now it's Darnold. Flush to his right. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That's where Crowder makes his hay, in the slot. Jets hoping to see more of that going forward. He signed with him in March after the last 4 seasons being in Washington. Had 3 pretty good years and sort of tailed off last season due in large part to an ankle injury. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Bell, of course, 3-time 1,000-yard rusher. Sat out 2018, but you look back to 2017, a tick under 1,300 yards and almost 700 more receiving.
Back 61, matchbox lights.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Jets. First down. First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Go, son. Red 80. And what's the ball? Begin. Mark 55.
Now a run. This is Bilal Powell. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
I'm here all day. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight.
And they'll try the air now with Darnold, eluding the pressure right. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
This is a perfect example of what separates the elite quarterbacks. Has his man open, way too anxious, ends up firing it in there with way too much zip on it. The great ones, they know how to relax and put the appropriate velocity on the football.
Now Darnold. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
They'll start out on the ground as Saquon Barkley. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Again, it's Barkley.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Smooth. 46, boys. 46 to my.
Manning going to try and throw on 3rd down. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
The Jets offense ready to go in this Battle of New York. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 11-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Back and go full strength. Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Red 80. Hey, turn it up.
They'll go again with Bell. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. And that leaves them with 3rd and long, which means you've got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
47's the mic, boy, 47.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
Check. Hey, check Mike 47. Check Mike 47. I got him. You know, young lady.
Darnold from the gun. And he's got a moonwalk. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him.
Let's go. Come on, baby. Let's go.
With the score, Giants 21, Jets 10.
Go, son. The mic. 47's the mic. He can't hang. Red 80. Check.
Darnold off the play fake to Bell. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Marcus Golden, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. Give him 6 on the run. They're going to be faced now with a 3rd and 12.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
To throw is Darnold. Buying time to his left. Now he's going to go deep down the left side. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. He couldn't hook up with a Nunwa that time. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
At the 19-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Hey! X3, 218, chopper.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
70, Indy. Hey, Alpha. Go.
46 to Mike. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. 46 to Mike. 46.
On 2nd and 11 now. Manning completes it to Ellison to the right side. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Look at the spin.
Balance.
It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The Jets offense ready to go in this battle of New York. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Bell. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a 1st down. Now after the run by Bell, here's another 1st and 10. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. On 2nd down, it's Bell. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Darnold, blitz coming, and down he goes. Alec Ogletree in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. So they dial up the blitz on 3rd and inches. It pays off.
And frankly, they were probably dialing up a run blitz, expecting him to run it in that situation. But instead, they end up backing the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Darnold down to throw. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Darnold. Flushed out right. He's going to let it fly. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. The Jets on 3rd down. They're hitting it just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 7. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Hey, Zoo.
31's the mic. Don't get nervous. 31's the mic. Here we go.
Hey, 80.
SOS.
They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. Found his target. It's Anderson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. Back to throw, Darnold. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. There's certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a 2-point conversion. They'll try and run it in with Bell. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. So still a little over 40 seconds to go. Time enough to put a drive together if they can get this onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number, kind of like when the
He's got daylight. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 17.
The Jets offense ready to go in this Battle of New York. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better, and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
And we'll see if they go back to base.
Here we go, son. Check my 47. You better be afraid of me. Lady, you better be afraid of me. Hey, son.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long.
6-6, pull it high.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. Quincy Enunwa couldn't reel that one in. 3rd down here. The Jets on 3rd down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This will be 3rd and forever. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Michael Thomas, and he will score. Touchdown, Giants. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
The extra point up and good, but this one was decided anyway, as that will be the final action in this ball game. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for the Giants, it's a win that might keep them alive in the playoff race as they're back to 500 at 5-5. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Jets, their season is on life support somewhat now at 3-6. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Washington. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.